Welcome back, everyone, to the Banner Saga. We finally made it to Wormtoe. Fairly uneventfully. We got a bunch of dudes, but a lot of people are dying because we have no supplies. So I think one of the things we need to do at this point is actually get some supplies. There's probably cool items to buy. I mean, there's a lot of cool items. 1 armor per turn. What? Oh man, that's awesome. It restores my armor. 2 strength, yeah. +3 armor on rest, +2 drawing aggro, +1 strength. That's pretty awesome too. And what is Statue of the Sightless Man? 20% dodge. Oh man, I think this is purple. So does that mean like it's really rare? I think it does. 1 armor per turn, it's so good, but that's half my renown. And I really need to get a lot of supplies so we don't lose people. 20 supplies. Well, we'll stop at 20. And we're going to see how many days that gives me. It gives me 3 days. So I need more than that. Okay. Now, I have 9 days. I don't know if that's enough. All our heroes should be good. We haven't had any fights. Oh, we have new guys. Awesome. We have Krumer now? Oh, that is so cool. And Onif and Urkil, or Ekil. So, Ekil is... he keeps to great heights before bringing down his axe on the enemy. He leaps anyway. Causing all units adjacent to him to be knocked back. Friend or foe. Affected units take normal strength damage +1 strength damage for each space they are pushed. That's kind of cool. In fact, that's really cool. Up to 2 spaces, so they can take an additional 2 strength damage. And then as he levels up more spaces, that is... I like that. That's really good. Who else do we have that's new? Onif. And he is the Backbiter. Selects a target and then runs through multiple spaces to reach them, causing 2 armor. We've seen this. That's pretty good. He can move through both friend and foe. I like it. And he also has shield wall. So by standing next to an ally, the raider creates a shield wall, raising the armor of both himself and his ally by 1. Hogan and Mogan also have that, so that's cool. Then we got the big Krumar. He is a war leader. So uses his experience in battle to issue commands to allies, moving them next in line in initiative. By repositioning his allies' turn in order, the war leader can create new strategies such as giving archers guerrilla tactics, triggering abilities earlier than usual, or slingshotting a powerful ally to the back lines. Command adjacent allies. Command allies up to 4 spaces away. Command allies at any range. Well, we'll have to see how this works, because I'm not entirely sure. The warrior hits so hard that any enemy standing adjacent to his target on a strength attack takes 1 strength, so that's heavy impact. I'm wondering if this could cause allies to go again. So like your ally just went, it's your turn. Now you switch the guy to below you and he gets another turn quicker than he would normally. Maybe that's how it works. That would be good. Okay. Well, we have lots of guys now. So, we'll go talk to Krumer. Krumer, can you spare a moment? Mostly no, but I'll try. I never had a moment to thank you for your hospitality. Consider it done then. How did you get all these Varl to follow you? So who is Yengavar? I bet you have some incredible stories. We'll ask him how he got Varl to follow him. Respect, young one. After the Second Great War, wasn't much for me left to do, so I started training other Varl to fight. Got tired of that, made a place in Wormtoll. They still come calling even with no wars to speak of. Seems like that might be changing though, don't it? Any wisdom on fighting Dredge? I bet you have incredible stories. Who is Yengavar? Ha! I'm not surprised he never told you. I'm just surprised he can stand being around anyone at all. Your friend was one of us long ago. I mean, the Dredge bashing type. He was called Yengavar then. And if you want to know why he changed his name, best ask him yourself. I'm too old to peddle in gossip. I bet you have some incredible stories. Any wisdom? We'll just keep going through the list. I might. Or I could be the most boring Varl you ever met. Depends on how much you like killing Dredge. Ask me again someday. Might tell you about the time we filled a dead yox with whale teeth. What? And why? No kidding. What? That's messed up. Any wisdom on fighting the Dredge? Depends how much you know. They're all armor. Tap them hard enough through and it'll shatter. Line up a whole row of slag and they'll explode on each other all the way down. You get in a big brawl, half your time is spent setting them up for it. Okay. That's not something we do, but it should be. And if you see one bang his axe like a turning fork, try to kill him quick. Sometimes the slag he's calling won't even show up. Yeah, that we knew. Best leave you to your business. I suppose you should. Take care, friends of Yengavar. So Yengavar was probably some like super warrior, but I don't know, something bad happened, but he still has respect. Hogan! Just take it easy for a while. People are noticing. Oh, they've noticed, have they? We're on the edge of dying daily, and you want me to take it easy? Gods, I should be plowing twice as many fields. You understand? Don't get us thrown out of this caravan, Bogan. It's not just you who suffers. Right. So you get married, have kids. Now I'm supposed to settle down too? Yeah. What happened to... The two brothers clam up as you approach. That's right. I've got a kid to take care of. Cool your head, Mogan. Hogan departs, leaving Mogan looking awkward. Rook, what brings you around? Just heard yelling. Came to check it out. Sorry. It was none of my business. You come running every time you hear yelling? Must be why you look so tired. Look, it's not secret. I like women, Rook. They like me. They like the scar. Forget it. Listen, all this death, every night half the caravan cries itself to sleep. Pathetic. Come on, Rook, be honest. This is good living. Half the world just tiling soil till they keel over. What kind of life is that? We're lucky. You could go your whole life with no goals, no purpose, nothing to fight against but boredom and hunger. Dude, Mogan's a little crazy. I'm glad for all this. I'm not sure I agree. Look at it like this. We're fighting to the death almost every day, yeah? You can curl up in a little ball of fear, you can go hide in the woods eating nuts and appreciating leaves or some nonsense, or you can enjoy the struggle. Know which one I pick. Anyway, just so you know, I'd never go for elite. Promise you that. Or odd leaf. All yours. Appreciated, Mogan. Unitard. Unsure whether your opinion of Mogan changed for the better or worse. Mogan's awesome. He loves this. I don't know what his problem is. Okay. Well, I'm anticipating level ups, so I don't know if I want to grab any more supplies, but we're heading to Grofheim, so let's kind of gauge how far that is. And then we'll be on our way. Whoa. Okay. Where is Grofheim? Is it over here? I don't know where it is. The other crew is in Strand. They traveled over here. Didn't they? And I imagine when we get to Grofheim, we meet up with the other group and maybe become one story? Maybe. Maybe not. Dude, I don't see Grofheim anywhere. There's Schlid, Vedrafel, Wormtoe. I'm sure you all have found Grofheim already, and I am just looking for no reason. Well, yeah, I don't got a clue where it is. Maybe it's up. Oh, duh. It's right up here. Okay. So we're not that far from Grofheim. I was looking at the little words, not the big ones. But we're more than 9 days from it. So let's just spend all our money on supplies, and then we'll get going. Oh. We can only get that 16 more. That's it. And we can get this. We can get Vodka Thread. Oh, man. I think I'm getting it. It's pretty slick. Okay, that's cool. Now let's equip it. So who can we give it to? We have a Narwhale horn still. +1 to armor break. Well, I think Krumer is coming into my party. And I think I'm taking out Hogan or Mogan. Even though I love Mogan, I'm taking out Mogan. I'm going to give this to Krumer. And I don't think anyone can use this yet because I think it's a level 4. So we'll have to hold off till somebody hits level 4. But it's really good and it's purple, and I think that means it's like unique or rare or something. Purple generally means rare or legendary. Grofheim's quite a few days out, says Krumer, but nothing worse than crossing the waste, I imagine. If there's anywhere you might be safe from Dredge, it's there. You steel yourself for another long march, and half the town of Wormtoe joins you. Plus 62 Varl, plus 20 supplies. We got 11 days. So, 504 clansmen, 144 fighters, and 62 Varl. We haven't been in a fight in a long time. A trail of blood leads to a clearing where you find a large wounded Varl. He is gnawing on his shield, swearing at no one in particular, and occasionally slamming his cudgel on the ground. If not for the heavy bleeding, you'd leave this one alone without a second thought. Try to have healers tend to his wounds. 2 women cautiously step towards the giant with a few poultices. As one gently locates the bleeding wound, the Varl's eyes widen as he slams her to the ground. Oh no, he manages to kill the other healer with his weapon before your warriors cut him down. The others say nothing as you wordlessly return to the caravan. Well, I just got 2 people killed. That's fantastic. Dang. That wasn't good. Not at all. Some clansmen have discovered a large patch of wild fruit. When you approach, you see some people have begun to sample them. A mother frets about whether they're safe after overhearing one of the children say that it tastes funny. Others start gathering by the basketful. Okay. Offer a piece to one of the animals in the caravan. Lacking a poison taster, you hold out the fruit to a goat. The beast sniffs it before eating the entire fruit. Only the pit falls to the ground as the goat licks its mouth and leans towards your hand, wanting more. Oh man, the goat ate it. Normally animals know it's poison or not, and they avoid it when it's wild fruit, I think. Gather as much as you can. Many clansmen follow your lead while others continue eating and collecting. Later that day, a few fruit-stained peasants stumble around with drunken grins. Apparently the fruit was fermented, not poisonous. Okay, that's alright. That's good, in fact. Day 70. You haven't seen Elite for much of the day. When you do find her, she's returning to camp alone from a fair distance away, looking rather sullen. She keeps her eyes on the ground as you approach. Ask her what's going on. I'm just going to sit quietly beside her. I feel like things are changing so quickly, she eventually confides. It's not just that. Everything is going so wrong. She's totally right. I've been talking to Echo a lot. This gets your attention. What has he been telling you? He told me how he and Onif are kin. Echo had a sister who married Onif, but she died a long time ago. They've been bound since. But then Onif left without him. Just left him behind without a word. That's why he came after us. Let's confirm Echo's story. I don't really want to get in the middle of all of this, but eventually you find Onif back at camp and relate the story. Is that what Echo told you? Replies Onif. Then he sighs. It's true about his sister. She died of a fever when we were just married. Surprised he opened up like that. Yeah, let's get these guys back together. You could be brothers again. So, I left him in Frostfeller, he continues. He'd be fine one day, ready to kill his own men the next. Sometimes he would. I'd make the same decision tomorrow. I don't want to confront Echo. I think I'm just going to let the issue drop. Echo was crazy. He's trying not to be crazy anymore. He was in a bad situation. We're going to give him the benefit of the doubt. You feel certain Alette got the message. Instead of stirring up more trouble, you decide to let the issue drop and a tighter watch on Echo. I don't think Echo's gonna do anything. He just needs somebody to talk to. Maybe. We made it to another God Stone. Still no fighting. A lot more story going on the human side. The Godstone of Merrick looms into view. Upon it, carved a great ocean beast. Jagged stones just out of the snow like shark fins. It's hard to imagine the Nordfelling waste being filled with water at one time, but the Godstone stands as a reminder of the vast lake it used to look across. A blessing, shouts one of the men in your caravan, holding up what looks like a silver coin. It's a fish scale, he says, pointing out the rainbow patterns that shows in the sunlight. Soon, a curious child has found another hiding in the snow. and then a third is discovered. Perhaps they'll bring us luck, you over here. Before long, the caravan has become obsessed with gathering the shiny scales. Okay, cut them off after a reasonable amount of time. We don't want to waste too much time. When you awake to find people still searching through the snow and shrubs, you call it off. You can't spend another day here, you tell them. Be glad for the luck you found, and let's go before it runs out. They thread and moan, but eventually you get them back on the trail. Really? Our morale dropped again to poor. This is ridiculous. Okay. Oddleaf calls you over, grinning. Her old women holding bows, nice, of differing age and experience line up before a row of trees in the distance. They fire, doing an impressive job of hitting the trunks. I think they're ready to fill some dredge with feathers. Excellent. One woman still hasn't shot her arrow. She stands perfectly still. The others watch. Just as the wind shifts, she lets go, and her arrow flies, not into one of the trees, but a snow rabbit that had scurried out from underneath. Dinner, she says, smiling. A group of men from the caravan approach. Listen here, says one. Practice all you want. My wife isn't fighting dredge. The other men agree in chorus. We don't want to see a battlefield full of dead wives and daughters. Stand by the women becoming fighters. I'm having second thoughts, Oddleaf. I'm going to stand by them. Because you know what? Everyone needs to fight. The men argue their point, but eventually relent. Thanks, says Oddleaf. To be honest, it was harder than I expected. But the more people who can hold their own, the better. The women return to camp not just as clansmen, but as fighters. So something changed. We lost 35 clansmen? Did they turn into fighters? Several women are talking expressively at the young girl found nearly frozen to death. Now called Okfrosta, the quiet child's face expresses quiet terror, aggressively jabbing at the dirt with a stick which she clearly used to draw on the ground. Study Okfrosta's drawing. We don't need a panic. Keep her from making a scene. I'm going to study her drawing. The markings are somewhat intricate. The squares and circles could be wagons, including a depiction of yokes in front. A line from the yokes leads to deeper gouges where Okfrosta has jabbed the stick repeatedly. Depending on how you look at it, though, it could almost be anything. It could be almost anything. Try to talk to Okfrosta. You're safe, Okfrosta, you say, looking into the girl's blue eyes. She calms a bit before stepping towards you. Using her stick to point at the deep gouges in the ground she previously made, she whispers, edge, edge, edge. Doesn't mean anything to you, but you feel like you connected with her a bit. I did. Huh. I love how, like, choices you make cause storylines that continue. It's pretty cool. Very, very, very cool. Excuse me. Burps. You hear a whistle on the wind and spot a long line of Varl far up ahead, heading towards you. Uh-oh. Behind them is a swarm of dredge and a trail of bodies leaving off into the distance. Get down here, barks Krumer. Here we go. Time for a battle. Don't let them spread out, shouts the lead Varl as you approach the battleground. Soon you almost regret finding yourself fighting alongside them, facing off against a daunting number of dredge. Dredge line the battlefield, weapons drawn. A fight seems inevitable. There is 177. We have 169 fighters and 62 Varl. It's pretty close. We have a little more, but they're a little tougher. Okay, the two forces are evenly matched. There is no guarantee of victory here. Now, with the Varl, we charge, but I think we're going to do formations. You start comparing weaknesses and strengths, taking into account terrain, morale, and the look of your enemy. If you're careful, you should be able to keep your forces balanced. I'm doing it. You start rallying your forces and gathering your allies to you, preparing to enter the fray. This is interesting. We have... What? How is Fasselt here? Oh, wait. Did we always have Fasselt? I thought Fasselt was in the other group. I'm confused. I'm very confused. Okay. Interesting. We should put Fasselt in. But who do we take out? Do we take out Hogan? If this is the same Fasselt, am I just like mixed up? Or isn't Fasselt a part of my other group? Hacken's group? Anyway, let's put Fasselt in. He is a level 2. I believe he is part of the other group. But anyway, I guess because he was in a battle below, and we're on our way to Grofheim, and they were at Grofheim, so this must be we've met up with them. Or at least Fasselt got, like, separated or something. This is cool. Alright, well this should be not horrific. Because these are all ranged guys. Move you to there. Move you to here. Fasselt can move to there. And there. Alright, let's do this. Straight ahead. Let's get a kill, Fasselt. No. Malice. At this point, I don't think it matters a lot. Just that we start doing massive damage to dudes. Okay, we can do 4. We can do 3. No. No. Forge ahead. I don't really know how this ability works. He needs to be beside people. So I can move Fasselt again so that he attacks quicker? Is that what happens? Well, I think I'm just going to do an attack here. For 3. Okay. I don't want to block him in. Though he's going to go straight ahead. So actually it's alright if we block him a bit. And we can do 6 damage. Perfect. There's a lot of dudes, but they're all ranged dudes, so we should be alright here. I think I need to move to here to be able to hit this guy. And even then, I'm not sure if I can. I can. Okay, for 3. Is that a killing blow? No, not a killing blow. Because that was the other guy that only has 3 health. Alright. If Elite moves to here... she can probably kill someone. Okay, that's not gonna work. I can't hit him. Okay, so she can't kill anybody. But she can do more damage to him. Four damage. What was that? What was his ability? 2 bombs are thrown, each causing 2 strength arm damage to an area on the next turn. Oh, man. Okay. Well, we gotta move right in there. Use some of our exertion to get in. And I can shield battering ram, or I can get a kill. So let's get our first kill. So we'll just move fast hold straight in. We'll get an attack off. Go for this guy here, and we'll do shield damage. Not very much, but a little bit. Okay, we could probably get a kill here. We can. Excellent. Oh, that was not good. I can mark prey. No, I can't. Yes, I can. Let's get a mark prey off. Oh, man. Elite didn't even need to shoot. Oh, no! Why you hit my girl? Okay, so we want to avoid this trap. So we're going to walk around it. And what can we hit? We can hit you. We can hit you. Oh, that didn't help. Well, I think I'm going to do armor damage instead of 1 damage to someone that's only going to take 1 hit from one of my giants. So we'll do armor damage to this guy because he doesn't have any, and it should do... Didn't score. Oh no! Wow, our strength is... Some of my girls are getting hurt here. Okay, Elite is in attack position. If I move here and I thread the needle... What happens? Oh, I did do damage to my own guy, and I apologize, Fassel, for that. Elite is now dead. Which is terrible. Okay, well, I have to move to here. I can do lethal. So we will. They still have 4 guys left, and I only have 4 guys left. No, I have 5. Okay. I wish Fassel did more damage. So I can do 7 there, and I can do lethal there. Can I do lethal here? No. It's important to get the kill. Uh-oh, more bombs. Ooh, 5 damage. 5 damage. No. And 7 damage. I maybe should have exerted there. Okay, lethal. And lethal. Not lethal. Lethal. Perfect. Man, this was a really tough battle for us. Very tough. I don't know what Forge Ahead does, but we're gonna try it. No, it's not gonna do anything because there's no one by us. Okay, well, let's just do a ton of shield damage. And we can do lethal with Rook. Well, that was successful. You take a moment to survey the battlefield. The enemy is being pushed back all the way down the line. You can take this opportunity to pull it back and leave. Yes, we're going to pull back because we only have 3 guys left. The dredge give you a wide berth and scatter into the distance. Well, that was pretty awesome. Thanks, everybody, for joining me. We finally got into a battle. We got a ton of new guys. There was a ton of storyline. We're on our way to Grofheim, and we may have just ran into our Varl group, which is pretty exciting. If we combine our forces, that would be amazing. So join me next time and find out why we've just ran into Fasselt and what is going on. See you then.